The eviction moratorium that has been in place throughout the pandemic is now over. It allows landlords to file court-ordered evictions this week. Now, in March, the COVID emergency rental assistance program launched in Michigan to help renters pay back rent and avoid eviction. But as of late last week, more than half of those who applied for the program were still waiting for their application to be processed. And more than $500 million is still left to be distributed. 7 Action News reporter Brett Cash shows us how local organizations are working to get that money out and what renters need to know if they're now facing eviction.
Well, so far across the state, more than 50,000 people have applied for that rental assistance, and close to 30% of those live in the city of Detroit. The agency responsible for getting those applications in says they're working as quickly as they can.
Nobody speaks about the landlord, but the landlord's got to pay his bills.
George Page is a landlord in Detroit, and for months he's been paying the taxes, utilities, and mortgages on his properties without payment from those who live there.
We have bills we have to pay as well, so we have to take our money to pay for these tenants that's in our home. So we're taking care of them.
Right now, he's owed about $20,000 in back rent from a handful of tenants who aren't paying. He says some are taking advantage, but those that truly need help aren't getting it.
My tenants thinking that their bill is going to get paid, and it's not.
Back in March, the COVID emergency rental assistance program was launched in Michigan with more than $600 million available. But so far, more than $500 million of that money has yet to be distributed, with more than 30,000 applicants still waiting to be processed.
Man, this is not fair. It's not fair for me and not fair for the tenant. You guys said that you have money to pay for these people's rent. Then what's the problem?
This program came together very quickly, right?
Michael Senti is Director of Integration for Wayne Metro, the organization tasked with processing these applications in Wayne County. Due to the high volume, they doubled their staffing and are still looking to hire 30 more people.
We're moving at a faster rate than we probably ever have before to respond to this kind of national emergency, right? I mean, we're playing triage every day.
In Detroit specifically, more than 10,000 applicants are still waiting for their money, with more than $100 million still available. With the moratorium now over, those facing eviction are moved to the front of the line.
So anyone that currently has a court date, please make sure we know that. If you didn't indicate that on your application and you now do have a court date, please get in touch with us. And we'll make sure that your application is processed.
Senti estimates that all the money will be distributed by December and says on average it's taking 30 to 60 days to process applications. As for George, he's holding on for as long as he can, but the eviction process for some of his tenants is already underway.
We don't have money to keep taking care of people and their families. I mean, just as simple as that.
Senti says right now they are working with courts to make sure people are not evicted while their application is still being processed. Now, if you need help paying rent, most people do qualify. We'll have all that information on our website, wxyz.com. Reporting for 7 Action News, I'm Brett Cast.
A lot of people need a lot of help. All right, Brett, thank you.